Over the past 5 years, I've been dealing with the 3D printers, mostly Prusa, Bambu Lab or Elegoo printers, but I will tell you today why I hate 3D printing companies. The main reason for hating the new movement that is coming up is most of them are making websites like Printables, the Bambu Lab, Thingiverse and so on. But what I figure out is most of these companies are selling you an idea that you're like a 3D printer engineer or additive manufactured engineer, but at the same time the material they are forcing for you to create is just plain rubbish. Most of the things that you can produce is like trinkets, clipboards, some small stuff that is relatively inefficient, not useful, and at the end you just throw it away. I've gone through this phase. I bought a couple of 3D printers, and the first thing I designed was the 3D Benchy or T-Rex movable dragon or so on. But after I test the 3D printer and all its capabilities, I set it up. At the end, you take all the material that you bought and you just throw it away or give it away, or mostly it doesn't serve any purpose. And for me as a mechanical engineer, it is kind of infuriating that people are getting tricked, and the whole point of getting tricked is to buy more printers or get a new printer. And you can see this all over the industries. Camera industry. Every camera is a little bit different than the other camera. From its own company or other company. You have Nikon, Sony, Canon, whatever. At the end, you're always gonna increase a little bit until you get all the things you want. And at the end, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get a camera that is like $3,000-4,000 or euros, and your budget is like $5,000 or something, whatever. In almost any industry, when you're starting to compare things, you get this feeling. You're always increasing, you're always buying something new, better, and so on. And when you compare, for example, Ultimaker 3D printers, compared to today BambuLab 3D printers or so on, they're bad. But that doesn't mean they're bad by its own self. You know, if you can buy a 3D printer that is maybe a little bit older, but still can print, still can produce stuff, that's perfect. I have Prusa Mini. It is, 4 or 5 years old printer. When you compare to today printer, BambuLab Mini or whatever, it's bad. It is a bad printer, but it still can print. It still can produce stuff for you. And I think we have to get out of this rabbit hole where we're just always seeking for a new, better, and so on. And we should focus more on creativity. How to use this machine to its fullest for our purpose. And I don't mean creating articulated dragons or so on. I mean, how can you actually create something useful that your machine can be an investment for your future? You don't have to start a business. No, not everyone wants to start a business, be an engineer or so on, but can you use it to, sell yourself? You know, you want to make videos, you want to create at least articulated dragon, let's say, but then make the best articulated dragons. Maybe you want to work in fashion industry. You want to make the best 3D printed dress. You work in any industry, but the goal is to use it, what you already have, to have something that can be of value to yourself. Yes, you can buy a machine like, let's take the Prusa Mini. It costs, $450 US dollars, euros. It's a good machine, but are you gonna waste 450 euros on a machine to create articulated dragons? Can that provide you a benefit for next year or so on? I think not. But because this is not, I'm talking to you, but it doesn't mean what you're actually doing is not connected to that. I talk about general use cases, what people are using it. It's always to create trash. It's funny, it's fun, but after some time it's get repetitive. You're wasting money for what? For nothing. And the companies are telling you, oh, you have the new bed leveling technology, LiDAR technology, enclosed 3D printer, higher temperature, and so on. But what are you getting with it? Nothing. So try to focus more on creativity. Try to focus on something that interests you. And I mean by that to utilize 3D printing technology for your own case, and try to indulge in new things that can inspire you. I tried to produce some stuff that can have a much bigger impact than creating it. What I mean, I have a product that I believe if I sell it, but not materialistically sell it to people or something, but if the idea is good enough and if the realization is creative and good enough, it can be a selling point to more ideas. It can be like a bridge to new door or gate that you can explore the industry. So try to focus on creativity, try to focus on using the machine and not machine using you, in a sense that you're just dumping money into it. Something that happened like maybe 5-10 years ago with Creality printers. And try to be resourceful. Because even though material like PLA, PETG and so on is cheap, but still it's expensive. Because you're spending, I don't know, 15-20 euros or dollars for 1 kilo of material that you're gonna waste on trinket. Do you really need that trinket? Is it gonna make your life better? No. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you found something useful for this small conversation. And let me know what you think in the comments about the 3D printing companies. Are they actually beneficial for the customers, for the world? And are you resourceful? Thank you.